For weeks, the WWE has been showcasing vignettes for the eventual return of former world champion Sheamus, but no timetable for his arrival has been announced. With WrestleMania 31 less than 2 weeks away, bringing the superstar back now would feel rushed. Veterans such as The Undertaker, Sting and Triple H will be off television again after the pay-per-view, and having Sheamus return on a subsequent edition of Raw would be a wise decision. Here are the best possible feuds for Sheamus when he finally returns to WWE programming. Sheamus was one of the most popular stars in the WWE when he left with an injury, but his character had become very stale. Returning as a top heel in the company, possibly even aligning himself with the Authority, would help generate the instant impact he needs to make. As the new enforcer for Triple H and Stephanie McMahon, Daniel Bryan would be Sheamus' first target. The Authority has teased turmoil for weeks, and an eventual restructuring of the heel stable is imminent. With Sheamus filling the role of the ruthless enforcer well, the Celtic Warrior could be a force to behold with the backing of Triple H and Stephanie. Bryan has been a thorn in the side of the Authority for a long time, which could be the basis of the feud between Bryan and Sheamus. The two men can work great matches against each other, but the addition of a convincing storyline would make this a marquee angle. Another possibility for Sheamus, if he aligns himself with the Authority, would be a one-on-one feud with a superstar, who could potentially be the next WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Roman Reigns. Triple H and Stephanie want the championship in their stable, and if Seth Rollins doesn't use his Money in the Bank contract at WrestleMania, it could be Reigns, who's left holding the championship when the pay-per-view is over. Brock Lesnar will likely be off television for the foreseeable future, and Reigns would need a marquee feud that he could ultimately win. Sheamus would get the rub as one of the top heels, and from being the first to challenge for the world title. Sheamus is very talented in the ring. Despite Reigns being limited strictly as a short match performer, the returning superstar has the ability to tell a convincing story. What better way to bring him back as a heel than by letting him beat down the new babyface champion? The majority of the WWE universe would like to see Sheamus return as a top heel, but if the company sees more value in the superstar as a top face, an eventual feud against Bray Wyatt would be unique and interesting. Sheamus and Wyatt don't have much history together. They wrestled a few times over the last 2 years, and a feud between the men would be a hard-hitting affair. With Wyatt needing a marquee storyline following a feud with Undertaker, Sheamus could be the ideal answer. The hope is that Wyatt would go on to win this feud, but the possibility of this being the angle that helps turn Sheamus heel is intriguing. After trying so hard to beat Wyatt, finally succumbing and joining the dark side would be a storyline the fans could get behind. If Sheamus is to remain a top face in the WWE's current landscape, he must return with a unique gimmick or a brutal style that dances the line between good guy and bad guy.